You know those silver fillings a lot of us have? We see them, we know they're there, but we probably don't think much about them. Well, it turns out there's some seriously cool material science packed into that tiny little restoration. So today, let's dig in and find out what's really going on inside your mouth.
We're going to peel back the layers on this absolute dental workhorse. We'll find out what it's truly made of, how it works, and yeah, we're going to tackle that big question about safety right at the beginning so we can clear the air.
All right, first up, the basics. What exactly is this stuff that's been used in dentistry for, get this, over 150 years, and why on earth has it stuck around for so long?
Okay, first things first. We all call them silver fillings, but that's just part of the story. The real name is dental amalgam, and you should think of it less like a simple metal and more like a high-performance alloy, a carefully engineered mix of metals designed to do a very, very tough job.
So with all the fancy new tooth-colored materials out there, why is this old-school option still on the table? Well, it really comes down to four huge advantages. It's low cost, which is a big deal. It has an incredible, proven track record for lasting a super long time. Plus, for dentists, it's pretty straightforward to work with, and it's versatile enough for all sorts of different repairs.
Now let's talk about the elephant in the room, mercury. It's the one ingredient that's caused all the controversy. Now, the source material we're looking at here is really clear about this. It says that study after study has found amalgams to be safe and that any mercury vapor that might be released from fillings is, and I quote, insignificant. So with that important bit of context out of the way, let's dive into the fascinating science of how these metals actually work together.
To really get what amalgam is all about, you've got to meet the team of metals that make it happen. Seriously, think of it like you're casting a movie, and each actor has a super specific, totally crucial role to play. All right, here's our cast of characters. Silver is our star player, the leading role. It brings the core strength. Tin is the essential supporting actor. Without it, the whole chemical reaction just wouldn't happen. Then you've got copper, who's like the powerful enforcer, adding strength and getting rid of any weak links. And finally, there's zinc, playing the crucial protective role, basically acting as a bodyguard to prevent oxidation while everything's getting mixed.
In this table here, this shows the really delicate dance of chemistry that's going on. Check this out. See how silver and copper both boost strength? But then look at tin, it actually decreases strength. It's this amazing balancing act of push and pull, of opposing forces, that lets dentists create a final filling with the exact properties they need.
So having the right ingredients is only half the battle. Just like when you're baking a cake, how you mix everything together is absolutely critical to how it turns out.
In the world of dentistry, this mixing process has a special name, titration. It's this super precise, high-speed shaking that slams the metal alloy powder together with liquid mercury. And this isn't just stirring, you know? This is the step that literally kicks off the entire chemical reaction that's going to turn a powder and a liquid into a rock-solid filling.
And you have to get this mix right, because getting it wrong is a big problem. If you don't mix it enough, if it's under-triturated, you get this dull, crumbly stuff that makes for a really weak filling. But if you go too far and overmix it, you get a wet, sticky mess that also results in a weak filling. It's a total Goldilocks situation. It has to be just right.
This is what you're looking for. A perfect mix is shiny, it's smooth, and it's totally consistent all the way through. This right here is the foundation for a restoration that's going to have the strength to last for years, even decades inside your mouth.
So, once you have that perfect mix, the real magic can begin. That chemical reaction is called amalgamation, and it's the process where all those separate little pieces combine and harden into the final, super durable structure of the filling.
So what is actually happening during this reaction? Well, it creates three different structures, or phases. The original alloy powder, that's the gamma phase. It's really strong. When it reacts, it forms a silver-mercury structure called gamma 1, which is also really strong. But it also creates this tin-mercury structure called gamma 2. And this is our villain. Gamma 2 is the weakest, most corrosion-prone part of the whole filling. It's the weak link. So how did modern dentistry defeat this villain? Well, this is where our hero comes in, copper. In modern high-copper amalgams, the copper is extra reactive. It basically jumps in and reacts with the tin before the tin can form that weak gamma 2 phase. It completely prevents the villain from ever showing up. It's a simple change, but it was an absolute game changer.
Okay, so we've seen how amalgam is made. Now let's get to the good part. How does it actually hold up in one of the toughest environments you can imagine, the inside of your mouth?
The first thing you need to know is that amalgam is incredibly strong, but in a very specific way. It has massive compressive strength. That means it can easily handle the huge forces of biting down and chewing. But it has very low tensile strength, so it's not good at resisting forces that pull or stretch it. And that's exactly why the way a dentist prepares the cavity is so important. It's all designed to make sure the filling is being squeezed, not pulled. Now let's talk about a weird term we mentioned before: creep. Creep is just the tendency for a solid material to slowly, gradually change its shape over time when it's under constant pressure. Think about how a cheap bookshelf might start to sag in the middle after years of holding heavy books. That's creep. For filling that gets chewed on every single day, you want creep to be as low as possible.
And here is where our hero, copper, makes its triumphant return. Remember that weak, villainous gamma 2 phase? Well, that was the main reason older amalgams had problems of creep. So by getting rid of it completely, modern high copper alloys dramatically reduce creep, and that's a huge reason why these fillings are so durable and last for so long.
Okay, but let's be real, no material is perfect, and amalgam's most obvious flaw is corrosion. Over time, it can tarnish, it can get discolored, and the surface can start to break down a bit. I mean, that sounds like a pretty big problem for something that's supposed to stay in your tooth, right? But, and this is maybe the craziest plot twist in this whole story, that corrosion actually has a secret superpower. Get this. The byproducts from the corrosion process actually seep into the tiny, microscopic gap between the filling and the tooth. And over time, they build up and seal that gap from the inside out, protecting you against future leaks and decay. The material's biggest flaw actually becomes one of its most unique and powerful features. How cool is that? So when you put this all together, what you've got is a material that is truly engineered for endurance. It's this amazing, unique combination of properties that have made it a go-to in dentistry for more than a century.
So in the end, it really comes down to this incredible combination. You have massive strength for chewing, proven longevity that's basically off the charts, it's affordable, and it has that totally unique self-sealing ability. It's this whole package that has made dental amalgam such a reliable and enduring material.
Amalgam really is a master of endurance, a true testament to some very clever material science. And as these new, better-looking materials come along, the benchmark they have to beat isn't just about looking pretty. They have to try and match this incredible legacy of strength, resilience, and proven long-term success. The real question is, can